All right, listen. Sleep Awake is one of those 2025 games everybody keeps whispering about like it's cursed. Bro, don't play it at 2 a.m. Bro, it'll follow you into your dreams. Like, excuse me? So I did what any sane person would do. I played it. And now I'm kind of concerned for my own mental stability because this game feels like it crawled into my subconscious, rearranged a few wires, and left without apologizing. Sleep Awake doesn't start like a normal game. It doesn't introduce itself. It creeps into your headspace. From the first 10 minutes, the world feels wrong in a way you can't quite explain. Not jump scare wrong, existential wrong. The type of wrong that has you staring at the screen like, was that supposed to happen or am I losing it already? The atmosphere is dense. There's this constant hum, a pressure, like the game is watching you as much as you're watching it. And honestly, that might be the thing that makes the entire experience unforgettable. The wildest part of Sleep Awake is that half of the story doesn't even happen on screen. It happens in your interpretation, your confusion, your silence between scenes. It's the kind of narrative where you're sitting there, controller in hand, trying to figure out whether you're solving a mystery or slowly becoming part of it. Characters don't give you clean answers. They talk like people who haven't slept in days, jittery, haunted, too honest at the wrong moments. There are conversations that feel like confessions, moments where you hear something in the background and you swear it whispered your name. It's unsettling in the best way. Mechanically, it's simple, intentionally simple, because the real gameplay is what's happening in your head. There's this blend of exploration, puzzle solving, and psychological tension that pushes you forward even when you don't want to take the next step. Every room feels like a memory you shouldn't be walking through. Every object feels loaded with meaning, but the game refuses to explain any of it. At one point, I genuinely paused and thought, why did that feel personal? And that's Sleep Awake in a nutshell. It hits emotional pressure points you didn't know you had. All right, now let's talk about the stuff that pulled me out of the experience. Because Sleep Awake is brilliant, but it is not perfect. First of all, the pacing. There are sections where the game slows down so much that you start wondering if your console froze or if the game is just testing your patience. It's atmospheric, sure, but sometimes it crosses into, bro, let me do something territory. Then there's the puzzles. Some of them are great, but others feel like the game is purposely trying to make you rage. Not because they're hard, but because the clues are so vague, it feels like the game expects you to be psychic. And don't get me started on the technical glitches. A couple moments where audio cuts out, animations lag, or the lighting freaks out, and you can't tell if it's a bug or part of the psychological horror. If that was intentional, genius. If not, please patch that immediately. But the biggest flaw? Sometimes the game tries too hard to be mysterious. Like it's so obsessed with being deep that it forgets players need something to latch onto emotionally. A little clarity would have gone a long way. It's not the graphics, it's not the mechanics, it's not even the horror, it's the tone. That persistent feeling that something in the universe is slightly off, like a dream you shouldn't have remembered. The game understands dread on a level most horror titles don't. Not monsters jumping out, but the fear of your own thoughts when things get quiet. It's emotional, psychological, and deeply uncomfortable in a way that feels weirdly intimate. After finishing it, I just sat there. Not because I was scared, but because the game leaves you with questions you genuinely want to avoid answering. Sleep Awake is not fun in the traditional sense. It's an experience. One that hits hard, sticks around, and makes you reflect on things you weren't even planning on thinking about today. If you like psychological horror that messes with your perception, this game absolutely delivers. If you don't, well, good luck sleeping anyway, because a few scenes from this game will follow you whether you want them to or not.